Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left last time, we were actually just going to stop by Dresden. I think we were just finished up the ruins of Ashbury Hamlet. We're going to quickly rest in here and, why did I hit manage? That was a dumb thing to do. Not what I meant to do. Get a rest real quick and then we're going to go do the same events we did in the Evil campaign, which is to go down to the Shrine of Sacrilege. Given that I've already shown how to do the monster fights in the Evil video, and they're the same fights with this group, because fundamentally the heroes I have and the armies I have, with the exception of the undead, are exactly the same. It'll be pretty much the same encounters, so if you really want to see how those fights went, you can easily check out the Evil campaign video and then just look at the army fights, but they're not super hard or very impressive to be honest, so I'll just skip showing them in this video. Instead we're just gonna go do the shrine itself. Let's get all rested up here. The sun is now blinding. It just came up like, it was very dark like 3 seconds ago and now it's very bright. That's okay though, it's nice to get some sunlight every once in a while in Victoria, because in the winter it is very cloudy and gray like 90% of the time. Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. Wait a minute.
We do it my way.
I'm just kind of curious. Is there anything in this chest? No. Okay. Worth a shot. We have a pretty tough fight to do in this video. We're going to be fighting off against a Demodand, which is apparently a ruthless short sword wielding badass, but I'll show you guys that when we get there. So to get to this place, I went the wrong way last time. I went with the other group down this way, and then I had to go like fight with armies and take out all this demon army stuff, and I was like, oh, now we can't get across. But you can just come down straight here. It's much faster. And in fact, it is the only way unless you go all the way around, I guess. Actually, I think it is the only way. Anyways, there's a lot of random enemies in here. They're not very tough. There's a couple Glabrazoos.
Follow if you dare.
And things like that. And some wolves, like there's just random plagued wolves everywhere. It kind of lulls you into a false sense of security because you're like, oh, wolves, who cares? I can basically kill them in one solid kick. But then you start to encounter different things, like more plague wolves. But then you start to get to like the babaos, which are coming up real soon. There's also like a little thing here. Little loot area. Got some stuff, a magical shield, and a cold iron masterwork longsword. And then there's something else. Oh. Death to the heretics, glory to the titans. That should set you off that something's weird's going on, because usually demons worship other demons, like bigger demons, or at least submit to bigger demons. But these ones are for a titan of some sort. Which is weird. And we're gonna come up here to this cave. And this is where the real fights start. Move up a little bit more. There's 2 traps here. We're gonna pull back though. Just come back here. All right. One of our pets got hit a little bit there. We're actually stuck. It's fine. Everyone still survived.
The world has suffered enough.
Do one quick heal, and we need our
struggles never cease.
Trap person.
I sense something.
Just gotta be kind of careful where you step. There are several traps around this area.
I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was useful to you.
Which is worth some experience, so.
I'm trusting you. This is where I shine.
I don't think there's anything that will attack us, but it's just gonna be in stealth anyways, just in case.
Here. Is there more?
Okay. So this is one of the tougher fights coming up ahead here. There's gonna be, at least there was in the other game, 2 Glabrazoos, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. But just a heads up, if you're not ready, you might have a little bit of a tougher fight. If your group's pretty min-maxed though, like you've focused on good builds and you're not just playing sort of for funsies, which is perfect. Don't get me wrong. Playing for funsies is what you should do if you just want to have fun. If you want to challenge, then you need to kind of min-max with this game because this game is a little unforgiving with mechanics at times. And by that I mean very unforgiving with mechanics a lot of the time. As you've seen by me dying several dozen times in numerous encounters. And I'm not even all that great at this game. I'm pretty good. I know I have a pretty decent grasp of the mechanics and builds, but there's always better people. There are min-maxers out there that are like way better than I am. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of Babaos here. And 2 Labrazoos, like I mentioned.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Make sure you loot their scrolls. Because we can sell them or use them later on in the game. Alright.
I finished
So this is where the
there
big
more?
fight
I'm going.
starts. We're gonna have to buff up a little bit more.
I'm always ready.
This group I think has more buffs than my other group does. Actually, I know for a fact it has way more buffs than our other group does.
You called?
Grab that. That's fine the way it is. Let's just get a couple more buffs going out here. Whippler, right? Yep, good.
My will is resolute.
This fight can be kind of tough. Especially on your tank. And we'll get protection from evil. Okay, we're gonna grab displacement. Wrong person.
My unbiased opinion?
And actually, she can use lead blades. And also Veil of Heaven.
Anything new?
And then we're gonna grab haste, and we're good to go.
We do it my
So,
way.
there's a couple of Babaos in our way. They are
Divine wrath.
very meaningless. This is the guy we need to worry about.
Strike.
So, she's gonna stand toe-to-toe with this guy. He hits like a freight train. Just be careful about that.
Eternal rose. I call
If he hits, he's gonna hit very hard. And he is hitting quite a lot. In fact, she can use this. Give herself some mirror images. And Sela's getting
should've
beaten to
run.
pulp, so... This is actually fine. Yeah, most of our melee's down, but the important ones are still up. It's mainly just our main character, who is a killing machine at this point. Like, if you look at the Glabbers who are trying to attack us, we have 42 armor class. It's got plus 16 to hit, which means it needs a, what, 28 to hit? No, that's alright, 26 to hit, which means it can't hit us unless it crits.
Your struggles end here.
And I don't know why I keep bringing a Wolgiff with me. This is an error in judgment. Anyways, that was much easier than the last script. We might actually do some other stuff in this video because this video is going to be very short otherwise. Now we got the Blitz cut item. It's a short sword, plus 3, shock finesse wielding. It's a pretty nice short sword. And then the other was just a short sword, plus 2. And this is also a short sword, plus 2, and some demon blood. And then there's a whole bunch of tokeny things for when we start solving more of the puzzles for Nenio's quest, of which we have lots to do. So that's going to be the end of that little area. Pretty easy, honestly. If you have a pretty decent group and you have a good grasp of spells and buffs, all you need is one person to tank the fight. Of course, it sucks when your idiot
The goddess
cleric
protects
runs in and
us.
gets smacked down, but in reality, if you're playing this and you're having trouble with things, you should be on turn-based mode. It's way easier to maintain control over everything. Like, turn-based mode makes everything so much easier. You have all the time in the world to plan your movements. You can specifically plan like intercepts and stuff like that. On real time, it's much harder to do that, right?
Oh.
Because you have to kind of try and keep track of everyone in real time, and there's enemies everywhere. You don't get to see where some of them are because they're off the camera until you see like an arrow flying at one of your dudes. We're gonna head up to the Ashen Grotto and just get that done in this video. It won't take too long. We're gonna stop by Dresden real quick because I need to get rid of Woljif before I murder him myself. And we might as well rest while we're here too. We can also probably do some ruling. I think we've probably done a day's worth of travel. And I think we have some of our events finishing up here, so that'd be good. Come on, game. Alright, let's go take a quick look at what our events are, and then we'll head to bed, and then we'll get rid of Woljif. That is vital. Let's need to talk to... Oh, we're going to talk to Kyrieru. I was supposed to do that this video. Maybe we'll do that with this group instead. Actually, that's a good idea. So our events. Dwarven property. Part of the fortress wall sustained damage in a demon attack on Dresden. A number of buried golems covered in dwarven ruins were discovered among the collapsed stones. Upon hearing this news, a member of a dwarven clan has contacted the commander and claimed that the golems belong to them. What should be done with the golems? Okay, we're probably going to do the lawful one, but you can do some fun ones here. What is forcing the dwarves to pay do? We get 12 shield bearers and some finance points. What does using them in battle do? 3 earth elementals. No, we're just going to... I mean, the military experience might be nice. We're going to give the golems back to the dwarves. The dwarves have accepted the commander's fair decision and sent generous gifts in return. Cool beans. Let's rest. Get rid of Woljif and go talk to Kyrieru. Actually, we don't need to get rid of Woljif. We just need to go talk to Kyrieru. And we'll do that with the other group later as well. He's not in this room, is he? No. Okay. I'm betting he's out in the streets somewhere. Maybe in the barracks. I'm willing to bet it's the barracks. At least I'm really hopeful it's the barracks, because otherwise I have no idea where I'd find him. There's Alan. Did I just leave? Also, I think I missed one lootable in the area we were just in. There's a book that tells the story of how the Inquisitors are hunting down Demodands, which is what we fought. I might have to go back for that one day. If you're really curious about that lore, though, you can absolutely just check out the evil video. I'm going to go back between videos maybe and pick it up, because I feel it's important to have all that lore. Captain Harmatan? Yes, but not the right guy. If I were... Maybe he's the temple? We'll check the temple. If I don't find him in the temple, I will quickly pause the video until I find him, because there's only a handful of places he could be, right? Unless he's on this map somewhere. Barracks. Let's go look. Captain. Arushale. Arcane Weaver. Oh, that's not who I want, though. Arisno. Captain Odin. Jewelry trader. Some people. Blacksmith. Konami. Kyrieru right there. The reason I think it's pronounced Kyrieru is because I think it could be Sire, I guess. But IAR sounds a lot like liar, so I'm guessing that's sort of how it's pronounced. There's no, like, guide on how to pronounce his name. The old Crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Yes, has something happened? Where did your boy Morveg go? Pain shines in the old man's eyes. His fuzzy gray hair is dirty and hangs down in unkempt strands. He sighs heavily. He ran away, packed his things in the dead of night and disappeared. Must have gone to find some demons to fight. He's a Kelid. His entire clan are blood enemies of demons. They also worship the god Gorum. Did you see the straw wolf hanging from his neck? It's their clan talisman. It's called the Little Fang. I put in so much effort to get him to see the light of Iamade, but he imbibed his loyalty to Gorum with his mother's milk. I told him, you can't fight the darkness if you're guided by anger. If rage overwhelms you, you can't. You'll either perish or become a villain, or get so used to war that you'll forget what it's like to live as a human. But he only had one thing in mind. Vengeance. For his family, for his ancestors, for his wounded honor. I tried to find him. They say he's been going to the tavern a lot recently. Everbright Crusaders don't go to taverns. We keep ourselves clean, body and spirit. But Morveg didn't go there to drink or play dice. He was looking for a guide, and he found one. A Kelid too. An old one, descendant of the Sacorians. Even the demons couldn't force them out of these lands. They say Morveg wanted to go towards Winter Sun, an ancient Sarkorian settlement. But I don't know what he wanted there, or where exactly to look for him. There are a lot of demons in that region. I can't send scouts there, with an order to leave no stone unturned. There'll be too many skirmishes with monsters and huge losses. The old man looks completely devastated. I want to ask you a few questions about yourself. About me? Kyrieru? Or me, the glorious ever-bright crusader and the leader of my order? Actually, I don't have any questions for you. So he wants us to go help his friend, his little protege. Alright. Well, we'll make this video quick. I'm going to go pick up that book and the sword we forgot. It's not a magical sword, don't worry about that. Like, we didn't miss anything important. But just kind of for completion's sake. I feel bad for leaving it behind. So I'm going to go grab it. It's not that far away. And yeah, in the next video, I guess we'll do the Ashen Grotto. And then maybe Crimson Dust. And pretty much at that point, I think we have to do the dragon. Like, we don't have a whole lot of choice. So we have to do Grimwood. I'm really hoping to hit level 11 before that point. But it's going to be kind of close. The Molten Scar is pretty tough. I don't think we can do it yet. We could go down to Conundrum Unsolved, but there's more quest stuff. Oh no, we have to go to the Heart of Mystery, which is actually way over here. Maybe we can make our way down there. How do we even get there, though? There's also a demon army in the way. How big is that demon army? Unknown. It's a fort of some sort. I got to see it for a second there. How did I do that? Oh, there we go. It is huge. It's a big, big army. So we might not be able to go do that yet. Okay. Well, we have a bunch of quests to do. So yeah, I think we'll go to Crimson Dust next video and the Ashen Grotto. And then if we have nothing else to do, we'll go deal with the dragon. That's such a tough fight too. I'm really not looking forward to the dragon. Anyways, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.